everyone. Today is March the 3rd, Sunday. I'm here to celebrate the launch of my book, Soul Dance. I'm very excited. It took me a long time to get here. It's a big milestone, and I'm just so excited to be here. I'm emotional too because it's been 7 years of writing. um, it's been, my life was hell, and that's why I ended up writing a memoir, because I don't want it to happen to other people what happened to me. And I felt that during my journey I didn't have a voice. So I'm here to share my journey with the world, to help people, to get people to understand their own soul story, their own soul dance, so to speak. So, what I have in store for you today is basically I'm going to do a contest that if you like, comment, and share this post and my posts on social media today on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn. If you like, comment, and share, your name will be entered in for a draw to win a free signed copy of Soul Dance. And if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, your name goes in a second time for an extra entry. So stay tuned for that. I'll announce the winners on the winner. There'll be two winners, so plural. I have two books, and they're waiting to be won by somebody. And I'll announce the winners on Monday, March the 4th. So, also, what I have in store for you is I'm going to be reading a little section of my book, Soul Dance, so you can have a taste of what it's like. And, but before then, you're probably wondering who I am and why you need to stay put and watch the rest of the video. Well, basically, my name is Karen, if you don't already know me, and I used to have a beauty empire in Alberta, and I had 16 salons across Alberta, and it was flourishing. That's why I call it my beauty empire. And then mental illness crept in. But during that, my life took a turn for the worse, and it was just chaos, and in more ways than one. I'm also a spiritual medium, and I've been trained to be a platform medium, which is basically you go on stage and you give readings to the audience from their loved ones who have passed over. And that is something I'm very passionate about. And it was through writing my book, Soul Dance, that I realized that I'm a born medium, that I've always been able to see spirit and hear them and sense them. So yes, I'm a spiritual medium. I'm an empath and also an intuitive. So that's a bit of what I am all about. And basically, I mentioned earlier the reason why I wrote Soul Dance is because I felt my voice wasn't heard, and I didn't get the support that should have arrived. And I feel that I'm not alone out there. And so I wrote the book, but it's not just a book on mental illness. It's a book on mediumship. It's a book about a soul journey, a spiritual journey, which all a spiritual journey is just a journey of life. And so it's also very down to earth, and I've been told it will help people explore their own life as well, and where they come from and who they are on a deep soul level. So, yeah, so it's quite exciting. A bit about where the book will be available. You can go to bookstoread.com/soul dance, and it'll give you all the different venues that you can purchase it at. They might not all be there when you look, so more will be added. I know it's available on Amazon.com for sale, and Amazon.ca should be added if it's not already added. It should be added. You can also go to any bookstore, give them Karen Rose Kabelka Soul Dance, and they'll be able to order it in for you. So that's another convenient way of getting it. So, or you can like, comment, and share, and then win a book, and then you won't have to buy one. There you go. So basically, that's a bit about me, bit about my story, why I wrote the book. Now, I feel what we could do is I'll read a little bit of Soul Dance for you to give you a little bit of a taste of what it's like. Now, I'm giving you a juicy part, but it's not, there's so much in there. Trust me, this is, let me get my reading glasses on here. I don't usually need them, but I don't want to be squinting too much. Sorry, it's allergies. Okay, so what I'm going to be reading from is my Soul Dance book, of course, chapter 15. Excuse me, I'm just going to have a sip. That's better. Okay, chapter 15. The psychiatric hospital has become a safe haven for me. I remember my last day in the hospital. I was not ready to leave. My mind felt muddy from the drugs they forced upon me, and I shook constantly as a result of them. My body was simply not used to those foreign substances. Only champagne for this girl, and those days are long gone. As I packed the plastic hospital bag of all my worldly belongings, I wondered what court would be like. I was I was where that it was where I was supposed to be going right after being discharged from the hospital. I was being charged with criminal harassment by Harry and my church community. I reluctantly said my goodbyes to the nursing staff and a few friends that I had made in the mental hospital. As I drove in my expired, leased, souped up Ford Escape I called Walter, I remember wondering if the bailiff who threatened to take my vehicle away months prior would be able to find me where I was headed. I was ordered by the courts to go immediately to the courthouse upon leaving the hospital. As Walter and I pulled up to the courthouse, I reached into my designer purse and dug out what little money I had to pay for parking. I remember walking inside and I having the urge to cry. I fought back the tears and wondered how was it that I lost everything and everyone in the world that was near and dear to me, either by death or through this disastrous situation. I bit my lip hard so I would not cry. I arrived at the check-in station. They asked me my name. I told them, as I declared earlier by my social worker, that I would get special attention because I was a patient in the hospital. My social worker reported that they would be kind to me. I waited quietly for my escorts to bring me to the courthouse when two sheriffs arrived in uniforms with their guns in their holsters. They read me my rights and put hand and foot cuffs on me as if I was a hardcore criminal. Not exactly the special treatment that I had in mind. I immediately went numb and no longer felt like crying. I was sure I was in shock of some kind. We walked down the long concrete hallway with stark fluorescent lighting until we reached the jail cell. It was a concrete room painted beige with graffiti engraved in. There was only me in the cell, which contained a toilet and a water fountain combo unit for my convenience. Yuck. I sat on the steel bench and am told that it should not be longer than 30 minutes until the judge called for me. I remember waiting just over 2 hours until the sheriff came to get me for court. During this waiting period, I reflected, how did I get in this situation? I arrived in this new oceanfront city, my vision board intact, waiting on a new lease on life. I had hopes of growing my chain of 16 beauty salons to 30, and now they were all gone in a New York minute. How is it that the law of attraction junkie can get this low in her life? Where did it all go wrong? Spirit assures me that I am on the right spot, but how is that so? What led to such a disastrous turn of events? How is it that I'm running a beauty empire by day and performing platform spiritual mediumship on stage by night one moment, and the next mentally ill and homeless? As I waited in the cold jail cell, I pondered about my life in this half trance, half comatose state. How did I get on this island of hope turned terror? And that's where I'm going to leave it, because I want you to go to www.books2read.com/soul dance and check out the book and where you can get it. I'd really appreciate your support. Thank you for coming here today. Leave a comment so I can say hi. I'll be here in the live chat. And if you have any questions, I'll be able to answer them for you. So thanks so much. And you have yourself a great Sunday. Thank you. Bye.